on the Toronto Raptors. So here are the Jazz starting five. We've got Walker Kessler, Jackson out there with George, and it's Bailey in at the small forward position. And for Boston, Pritchard and White at the 1 and the 2. The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. And it's Vucevic in at the center position. As we get closer to the end of the regular season, Richard, what would you say to the lottery teams right now?
To either bottom out completely and focus on your young guys, or do everything possible to make a run and get into that play-in tournament, because there's valuable experience to be had there.
Here's Pritchard. Outside White. Oh, Kessler with the block. Here's Bailey, defended by Brown. To the left side wing. George feels it out a bit. Here's Kessler, and finished off by Kessler.
Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. They were concerned with Jaren Jackson Jr. on both ends of the floor. Coach saying defensively, Triple J covers so much space, a blocking machine. And on the other side of the ball, Jaren has serious skill for a man of his size. He's a tough game plan for us. Jaren Jackson Jr., a two-way menace. Brian?
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's George. Six on the shot clock. Jackson, pass to George. The three-pointer off the mark. And here are the Celtics. A tough loss coming against the Lakers in their last game played.
I really think that L has to fall on their defense, or a lack thereof. Just not enough focus at that end of the floor.
Some of it was solid shooting from their opponent, but they didn't have any teeth with their defense. Need to be more active than they were.
Now here's George. He's coming off a 10-point game against Philadelphia. And it's all from three-point range.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Pritchard. George defending. And here's Brown for three. Gets the three to fall.
Once a weakness in Brown's arsenal, now he's a legitimate threat to burn you from deep.
Down low. It's tipped and stolen by Brown. Right side White. Outside Brown. Here's Bailey. Defended by Brown. Bailey's shot is off. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line, a chance at a three-point play.
How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
Kessler, no good on the free throw. Grant, a big reason for Utah to be excited about the future. Their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri Markkanen.
And it's Utah with the ball. After the basket by Boston. From about 16. And that one comes up a bit short.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Here's Bailey, coming off a 16-point game against Philadelphia.
He's more than chipped in on the glass as well. Just a tremendous effort last time out.
Here's Bailey. 6 to shoot. Hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
Hey, Boston, let's get going for Celtics Entertainment. Our championship is
into the season. Let's check out the standings in the West. You look at the Jazz, a really frustrating season for them. They're looking forward to the draft. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Back to White, pass to Brown. Nifty move. Oh, Kessler with the block. George, right side. And that one good. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Jazz?
When you pile up the blocks earlier in games, it really can affect the other team. They lose confidence offensively.
And they've done a tremendous job just creating havoc defensively. Active hands have led to tons of turnovers that they've capitalized on.
That's good from George.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
Pritchard, the pass to Brown. There's Tatum with the three. Knocks down the triple.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Utah leading. And he lobs it up top.
Great teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 8 so far. Outside, Brown. Pass to Vucevic. Let's go with a three. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Bailey. 4-3. Shot's good by Sensabaugh.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Celtics trail by 6. Tatum passes to Vucevic. Here's Pritchard. George defending. Pass to Brown. White for 3. He shot that time, not on target. The Jazz have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Here's Sensabaugh. Good work defensively by White.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
And you look at Derek White, Richard, the energy he plays with, it is remarkable.
That's his greatest attribute, his activity on both ends of the floor. Having a high motor is a skill. He keeps coming and tries to wear you down.
Now here's Brown. Rebounded by Bailey. It's George on the wing. A go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game. Here's Bailey, defended by Brown. From the high post. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Bailey's got 6.
Found some space to get off the mid-range, and he'll do damage from there if you let him.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And now let's look at the leaderboard, specifically rebounding and who has been crashing the glass over the last month. Well, you look at Kessler, 3rd in rebounding, a force down low.
He's just been incredible on the boards over the last month of the season. He's a guy who plays with such desire.
Outside, Brown. Pass to Vucevic. Now here's White. To win the drought. And he lays it in.
Selfless player. Vucevic finding his man all alone.
Here's George. Here's Bailey. Back to George. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 5.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Outside White. Oh, Kessler with the block.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break of mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
George, a screen on White. Here's Sensabaugh. He's guarded by White. Sensabaugh, no good. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Celtics. 8-point game. Utah grabs the miss. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
Yeah, missing from the line became contagious. That happens. They just picked the worst time to do it.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. The Jazz are making progress. Coach Will Hardy said this team has shown grit and character and has developed a lot of confidence. When we're going through game preparations, the players walk away knowing if they do certain things, they can win. That's a big step in the right direction.
A bright future, Allie. Thank you. Here's Pritchard. After the basket by Utah, Jason Tatum, and that's good. Tatum's got his second basket of the night.
Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it. He loves to fill it up from range.
Kessler, a screen on Brown. To the inside. And finished off by Kessler.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Brown passes to Vucevic. Inside. And the power finish by Vucevic.
That's just an aggressive finish by Vuce. Once he gets strong inside positioning, he's looking for the finish.
Here's Bailey, defended by Brown. Kept alive, kicks it out to Jackson. Here's Sensabaugh. He's got 5. 4 on the clock. Another shot. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Inside Jackson is so effective. His natural abilities give him the edge over the defense.
Celtics trail by 9. Outside White. Picked by Vucevic. The shot. Again, the Celtics good for 2 more. Utah's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Cadis checked in for Vucevic. Walsh comes in for Jason Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And it's Wall in for Pritchard. So Utah going with an almost entire new group here. Nurkic is checked in for Kessler. Markkanen comes in for Bailey. Mikhailuk's checked in for Sensabaugh. And it's Collier in for George.
Boston foul. Number 8. First personal foul.
And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Oh, amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Pass to Nurkic. Here's Collier. Now Jackson. Clock at 6. Queta pulls it in.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Hauser passes to Wall. There's 1:54 left to play in the first. And here's Brown for 3. Rebounded by the Jazz. This is their first chance this season playing Boston. Pass to Jackson. And here's Nurkic. Fade away. That one's good for 2. And the Jazz lead by 9.
And Nurkic focuses on taking high percentage shots. I like how under control he is on this end.
Now here's Wall. The D's right on him with the drive. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Markkanen looking it over. Pass to Collier. 1:05 left in the first quarter. Markkanen finds Nurkic. Here's Collier. There's the three. Hits a three-pointer. And now a 12-point Utah lead.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Now here's Wall. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Brown. Floats one up. Rebounded by Nurkic.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Utah shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Line for two.
That one misses. A different look here for Utah. Filipowski, he's checked in for Jackson. And it's Keontae George in for Mikhailuk. And he's good on the second. 23 seconds left in the first. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Here's Filipowski, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
The first quarter concludes, and a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. It's the Jazz. They lead by 13, and we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Jazz enjoying a nice lead here.
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
Jazz leading by 13. On the floor for Utah, getting going in the second. They've got Collier, Filipowski out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Jusuf Nurkic, and it's George in at the shooting guard position. Here's Collier, 17 points in his last outing. Count that one. Collier's got 6.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Well, RJ, you got traded a couple of times for good reason. What's it like off the floor?
I don't need your quips, BA, but it is crazy. You get a phone call, and bam, you can move across the country. And while it's hard on you, you understand it comes with playing in this league and having this job.
No good on that one. Walsh is checked in for Boston. And he sinks the second. Now here's Wall. He's scoreless. Outside Tatum. shoots over Filipowski. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. He's got 10.
And that's probably his most dangerous weapon. Tatum just has a smooth jumper.
Now here's Nurkic. He's guarded closely. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. And the basket is good. Nurkic has got his second bucket on the night.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And it's Tatum missing.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
The drive by Markkanen, and it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
And it's Wall with the ball for Boston. Trailing by 19. Pass to Tatum. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Misses the baby hook. George outside. Launches a three.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Yusuf Nurkic. One shot.
That's good from Nurkic.
End of the day, you just want to be a solid rotational player. Nurkic's size is intimidating on both ends of the floor.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
The kick out to Wall. 6 to shoot. They set the pick. Shot to stop the run. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Markkanen outside. Here's George. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Here's Collier. The rebound, Celtics. Tatum's got 5 rebounds in the game. Walsh can't get it to go. Utah leading by 20. Here's George. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. And Boston with some changes. Vucevic comes in for Queta. And Pritchard is subbed in for Walsh. Here's Sensabaugh. 5 points in the game. From the line. Second shot opportunity. And the shot goes in. Kessler's got 8.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
All right, fans, it's dance time. Get ready to dance like everyone's watching. You're gonna dance like everyone's watching. Keep it going.
And a look at the leaderboard. Over the last month, these big men have completely dominated. Third is Jason Tatum.
These big fellas come at you in all kinds of ways. They may not share styles, but they're all effective scorers.
Yeah, the collection of post moves these big fellas have is unreal. I'd say some of them are the most unstoppable moves in the game.
Here's Pritchard, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Ball for three. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
George outside. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Sensabaugh. Three-pointer. Can't connect. Now 2 of 6 for the game.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
Here's Tatum. The rebound by Markkanen. Jazz leading by 19. Pass to Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. He's got 5. 5 to shoot. To the paint. Here's Markkanen. Nails the baby hook. Markkanen's got 5 points.
Being Markkanen is 7 feet tall, he's absolutely an inside threat. I just love watching him capitalize from this area.
Now here's Tatum. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. And it's blocked by Kessler. Here's Collier. To the middle. Here's Markkanen. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Pritchard. Again, the miss by Boston. Utah's gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Here's Sensabaugh. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. Pass to Collier. Throws it up high. And finished off by Kessler.
Assisted.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. On the wing, Tatum. Utah with the rebound. Kessler's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And if they want to mount a comeback here, they need him to get going. It's just that simple.
George outside. Pass to Sensabaugh. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 7 rebounds in the game. Wall, the pass to Pritchard. Markkanen against Tatum. The floater, and rejected.
And this is crucial for Markkanen's overall development, that he ups his defense and looks to block some shots.
Sensabaugh, and it's blocked by Vucevic. Markkanen from long range, counted from distance. Markkanen's got 8 points in the quarter.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to Dirk. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie.
Every year that Tatum is in the league, he just improves his passing.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He wants to review the game plan. Among the best in the NBA for a few years now, Jason Tatum. RJ, he's still quite young. How can he get even better?
Oh, he can just get wiser and wiser, and that's what happens with young players. They get to a physical level where they can dominate, but where they get better is mentally. They get mentally stronger as they get into these experiences more.
Boston with some changes. Jalen Jaylen Brown. He's checked in for Jason Tatum. And it's White in for Wall. Jackson, he's checked in for Utah. Bailey comes in for George. Pass to Kessler. Now here's Jackson. To the paint. And finished off by Kessler.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Boston's gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Here's Hauser. Defended by Jackson. Here's White. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. White's got 6.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Pass to Jackson. There's the triple. Drops in the 3. Jackson's got his second bucket of the night.
A big man who does it all. That is Jaren Jackson Jr. looking confident at the arc.
Here's Collier. Jackson outside. The rebound, Celtics. Outside White. Back to Brown. Picked by Vucevic. Inside. Uses the glass on the layup. Vucevic has gotten his second bucket of the game.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Here's Collier. No good. Good work defensively by White. Boston's gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. That one falls. He's got 5.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
Pass to Jackson. Puts the move on, and the dunk by Jackson.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Pritchard, the pass to Hauser. White with it. And here's Brown for 3. Kessler with a rebound.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Collier, no good.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Here's Hauser. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. White for 3. The rebound by the Jazz. Sensabaugh's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. He's guarded by White. Kessler, a screen on White. Here's Sensabaugh. No good on the 3.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Jackson outside. Pass to Collier. Back to Jackson. From the arc. And Bailey gets it to go. Bailey's got 9.
The team first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
Pritchard, the pass to Vucevic. 54 seconds left in the second quarter. And here's Brown for 3. Utah grabs the miss.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Into the lane. Here's Bailey. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Back to Pritchard. Pass to Brown. Tries to break his ice. And he gets it to go off the front iron. 7 points in the game.
The mid-range is not an issue for Brown, and it's just another weapon in his arsenal now.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Bailey, defended by Brown. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Bailey. Misses the deep three-point attempt. And so it's Utah, already up 26 points as this quarter ends. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be right back with you shortly.
65. Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot WB. Here measuring up the shot. Give it up for our contestants.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Utah Jazz.
It's one-sided on the scoreboard. Also in the rebounding column, they're hammering on these guys. This is how you blow a team out.
Yep, secure those boards, good things happen. Shekin typically proven.
Next up, let's see who made the honors for our NBA Players of the Week. The Eastern Conference winner, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
No surprise to see Giannis take home the award. It's almost a surprise when he doesn't win it. Very impressive. Lately, he's been at his very best, which for him is as good as it possibly gets.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We've seen Walker Kessler really having a great game.
Pretty much the entire first half, he was dominating down low, piling up a ton of dunks.
He has been aggressive, getting into the painted areas seemingly at will and wreaking absolute havoc on the defense.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Pritchard and White at the 1 and the 2. And it's Vucevic in at the center, filling out the middle. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Tatum against Jackson. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. You look at his college days and his rookie year, Tatum has always been on a winning team, Richard.
B.A., I think it starts with his approach. There's always been an air of professionalism when it comes to Tatum. He's just a young player that is focused only on winning. A multi-talented swingman, Tatum just continues to get better and better each year.
Pass to Kessler. Here's Bailey. Off the mark there with a 3. Pritchard, the pass to White. Drills it from deep. White's got 11 points.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Down low. Here's Bailey. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Doesn't believe in soft finishes. The big fella's all about power.
Picked by Vucevic. Here's Pritchard. George defending. White looking it over. And again, Boston with the triple.
A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
To the inside.
And you've got to be perfectly in sync on that one.
Man, that's a tough play to convert. Boston's gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Tatum a screen on George. Pritchard the pass to Tatum. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Keontae George.
Okay, big boy. All right. You like to see Tatum asserting himself on the interior. Look, he's forcing the defense to foul.
That free throw misses. He hits the second from the line. And here's George. Give him 8. Jackson outside. Now here's George. He's closely guarded. Yes, it's good. George has got 10.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Pass to Pritchard. And here's White. Takes a 3. Pure from 3-point range. White's got 9 points in the quarter.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's George. 10 points for him. Here's Jackson. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's White. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. White's got 11 in the second half.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
George passes to Kessler. Pass to Jackson. Lets a 3 fly. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Boston on offense. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Pritchard. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Tatum feeling it out a bit. Here's the 3. That shot missing. Jazz leading by 20. Lets it fly. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Bailey's got 20.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Now here's Brown. Defense right on him. Launches it. Utah grabs the miss. Kessler's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Jackson with a screen on Brown. Bailey the pass to Jackson. It's hauled in by White. Boston has gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Tatum. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Guarding Tatum is just a major problem.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Jazz.
Oh, they've been punishing the inside defense consistently in this one. Look, it's been a very productive area of the floor for them.
Well, in addition, I love their passing. I mean, they're buying into that team concept. That's hard to get out of your young guys.
And he knocks down the first one. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Jackson the screen. Beyond the arc. The rebound, Celtics.
He knocked down a 3 in the first quarter, but he's still been unable to connect from deep past the break.
Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. Pass to White. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by George. George has got 4 rebounds in the game. Inside. Here's Jackson. Utah with another miss. Celtics trail by 21. Here's Pritchard. Outside White. Picked by Vucevic. From outside the arc. Boston again missing. Utah leading by 21. George passes to Jackson. Now here's Kessler. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Bailey. George outside. Over Tatum. George, no good. The Celtics have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Tatum inside. Rebounded by Bailey. Bailey's got 4 rebounds now. George against Brown. George passes to Jackson. Looking to get back on track. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Hauser, he's checked in for White. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Utah.
Shooting for Utah, Sensabaugh at the line for 1.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Boston's gone 3 of 7 from deep so far in the third quarter. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Yeah, we can see over here. The coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
And in that March stretch, some interesting things going on in the East. Taking a look at the Celtics, their season's basically over, barring some sort of miracle.
Well, for the Celtics, there's no doubt they feel the pressure mounting. I mean, failing to match those expectations from the start of the year is apparent.
Man, we keep waiting for them to turn it around and waiting and waiting. And at this point in time, I'm just going to say it's probably not going to happen.
Here's Pritchard. Brown with a screen. Pritchard, the pass to Brown. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Markkanen.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Now here's George. Guarded closely. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Here's Pritchard. George defending. Hauser, that's good. Hauser's got his 2nd basket of the game.
If they're going to want to close the gap, they're going to need to start running more sets through him. Let your stars lead the way. Come on.
Now here's George. 12 points for him. Fires from deep. Boston pulls it in. Vucevic has got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Hauser. Pass to Tatum. Now here's Brown. George defending. They double team Brown. Here's Pritchard. The baseline J is on the way. Vucevic's shot is off.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Now here's Markkanen. Give him 8. To the paint.
Celtics foul. Peyton Pritchard. Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Jazz, George, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes a first. More and more we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
Cadis checked in for Boston. Walsh comes in for Tatum. It's both from the stripe. And Brown has got the ball here for the Celtics. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Hauser. It's guarded by Markkanen. Crafty move. Rebound, Utah. Sensabaugh's got 7 rebounds in the game. And here's George. Now here's Markkanen. He takes it in. And Markkanen with the stuff.
Looking mobile on the drive. Markkanen also using his height to his advantage to score at the rim.
And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
The Celtics making a switch here. Wall's checked in. Williams is checked in for Utah. Collier comes in for George. Here's Collier. Wall covering. Shots good by Collier.
And they're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
The Celtics have gotten 6 of 14 shots to drop in this third quarter. Now here's Wall. He has 6. Soft touch off the glass. Wall's got 8. Utah has gone just 1 of 5 from 3-point range here in the third quarter. Markkanen outside. Here's Jackson. Boston pulls it in. Okay, a chance to look at some numbers for Jason Tatum.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level score than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
Williams is checked in for Utah. Here's Collier, defended by Brown. Pass to Nurkic. Markkanen sets a screen. Here's Collier. Jackson down low. Here's Collier, defended by Brown. Shot clock at 5. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
An imposing screener. Nurkic using all of his frame to create space.
Now Brown. He has 7. From downtown. And the 3-pointer goes. 10 points for him.
His first triple of the second half. Can he get it going?
And how about Jaylen Brown, Richard? Named to his first All-NBA team in 2023. A very important piece to him.
NBA, what timing. It made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax. At the time, it was the largest contract in NBA history. And how did he follow it up? He won the Larry Bird Award as the best player in the Eastern Conference playoffs.
So it's Boston now, following the bucket by Utah. Back to Brown. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Brown's got 5 points now this quarter.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
Jackson outside. Back to Markkanen. This one for three. The rebound, Celtics. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Down low. Here's Keita. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Here's Collier. Give him 8 points now. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
5 ticks left in the third quarter. It's stolen by Nurkic. And so it's Utah, up 25 big ones as we head into the next period. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was the choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Filipowski out there with Jusuf Nurkic. Then there's George. Then there's Collier. And it's Markkanen in at the three. To the paint. Here's Keita. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Collier. George outside. Here's Filipowski. And you look around the league, we're witnessing a changing of the guard, Richard. A lot of young teams on the rise.
I think so. LeBron, Curry can only rule the roost for so long. Eventually, that torch has to be passed.
And it's Wall with the ball for the Celtics. Now Tatum. Shoots over Filipowski. And Tatum, the bucket on the assist from Wall.
Over the years, Tatum has limited the amount of mid-range jumpers that he takes, but it is still a natural part of his game.
Pass to Collier. George, a screen on Wall. There's the drive, and the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Tatum with it. Just 5 on the clock. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Didn't get to the line in the first half, but since the break, he's been in attack mode. Great adjustment.
Line for 2, Jason Tatum.
And that one falls for Tatum.
They've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a bust.
And so Tatum nails both of them. Well, Grant, with this new media deal, more broadcasters for the NBA.
You're right, B.A. And the league benefits economically. Hopefully, more innovation on the broadcast side, too, and a chance to even reach new fans as well.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Boston's shooting 44%, a pretty decent clip. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall. Tatum's got 11 points here in the second half.
Look, this dude is well built, man. He's a specimen. He's 6'8". Look, he's going to score inside if he gets that close.
For three, Collier. Boston pulls it in. Hauser's got 4 rebounds now. Now here's Wall, tightly guarded. The three. Hauser can't get it to go. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Here's Collier. Wall covering. Here's Markkanen. No good off the back of the rim. For Boston, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Tatum shot is good.
We see this from Tatum often, and it never gets old. Just scoring at will.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Here's Filipowski. And that one's good. Filipowski's got 4 points in the quarter.
You'd love to get the ball this close in every trip where you can almost just not miss.
Now here's Wall. Richard, over the past few decades, we've seen bench reactions get bigger in the NBA. How much fun is that?
It's so much fun, but I think it also coincides with the league getting younger and younger and younger. So you have these young kids in there that are just there to have some fun and compete.
Here's Nurkic. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Pritchard's checked in for Boston. And a switch here also for Utah. Sensabaugh's checked in.
At the line for the Jazz, Yusuf Nurkic. At the line for 1.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw is off from Nurkic. The Celtics have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Pass to Pritchard. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
They allowed him to establish deep position. You just can't do that.
And they need better team defense. Help out your man in the post. It takes multiple guys to stop him.
And here's Nurkic. Here's Collier. Here's Markkanen. And another miss by Utah.
Well, it's a make or miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
An active scorer, whenever Tatum forces the issue and goes at the defense, they have to compromise.
For the Celtics, Jason Tatum at the line for 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah. He's off on the second. The Jazz have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. Deflected! And here's Nurkic for three. He buries it from three.
Nurkic has that shot in his arsenal, which is something that the defense has to recognize.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. Back to Pritchard. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 4 assists in the game.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
And that one's good. Markkanen.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
Here's Pritchard following the bucket by Utah. The rebound by Markkanen. The three is up. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
And offensively, Markkanen is in the zone. He's using his size well, and the defense hasn't had an answer.
Tatum inside. Yep, that one goes. Tatum's got 11 points in the quarter.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
George passes to Markkanen. Here's Filipowski. Can't hit the short-range fadeaway. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. And Richard, with the new CBA in place, the middle class is starting to strengthen in the league.
And I think that's a good thing. You don't want minimum players and max players. There is a big gap between those two styles of play. There are so many players that fit in between. There's all-stars. There's young players that deserve a larger portion of the money.
And he gets it to go.
Assisted by Lowry Markkanen.
Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. There's Tatum with the three. Knocks down the long J. Tatum's got 29 points.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
To the middle. Boston pulls it in. Hauser's got 5 rebounds in the game. Outside Tatum. The three ball. Rebound, Utah. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Memphis, where they'll face the Grizzlies. That'll put the finishing touches on a 5-game road trip. Now here's George. Pass to Sensabaugh. It's stolen by Tatum. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Hauser. Drains the triple.
They've made things hard on themselves, going cold in the first half, but they've been warming up since.
And here's George. Here's Sensabaugh. There's a screen by Nurkic. From 13, shot's good by Sensabaugh.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Now here's Tatum. Tight defense on him. Well, RJ, there have been so many great rivalries over the years. It's part of what makes the NBA special.
It elevates the league when there are great teams always meeting on the biggest stage. It makes everyone pay attention when the best players are matched up against each other.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
The defense has just looked utterly lost trying to slow him down. He's consistently just getting high percentage shots because of how hard he's working. He's doing pretty much whatever he can to get open and making the most of those opportunities.
I'll tell you, this team depends on him to lead them, and he did just that tonight. He doesn't take this responsibility lightly. You could tell it was important for him to grab a win here. Pass to Filipowski. Now Markkanen, defended by Brown. Here's Filipowski. They set the screen. Here's Collier. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Clock is at 3. Good on the shot. Markkanen's got 10 points in the quarter.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Boston's gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the 4th. Outside White. And the NBA has made a significant investment in the G League over the years. Grant, you can really see the impact it's had.
Yeah, BA, and it's grown into a real minor league for the NBA. The NBA needed something like that for a long time, and it's helped the product.
And so it's Utah with it, following the bucket by Boston. Shot by Nurkic, no good.
How did he break that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
White, the pass to Pritchard. Now here's Vucevic. Pass to White. With the floater. It's deflected. And they get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Utah making a switch here. Williams is checked in.
Cody Williams.
Utah shooting about 56% in this one. Here's Collier. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Filipowski. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
I like how Nurkic finds his teammates, puts up solid assist numbers for a big man.
Now here's Tatum. Outside White. Back to Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. Fires for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 5 assists tonight.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Now, we don't pick favorites, Richard, but did you have a favorite road city?
Well, it depends on when you ask me, B.A. I love New York. That's my favorite city. I was born in L.A., but there's nothing like going home to Phoenix, Arizona, where I grew up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. And here's Walt. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Jazz.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
Here's Wall, following the bucket by Utah. Tatum with a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And finished off by Tatum.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
Too little, too late. That final score will look way closer than how this game actually played out.
Pass to Collier. To the inside, Filipowski. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Here's Collier. So it's Utah easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Lori, some efficient shooting for you tonight. How comfortable were you with the looks you were getting?
It was good. Teammates kept finding me. I think I had good looks, and can't really say much. Just try not to think about it too much and just let it go.
Just play the game the way it should be. Congrats on the win, Lori.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. As we leave, we present our player of the game.